Okay, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about Pokemon because I just think the time has come, man. It's time for us to stop making excuses for Game Freak. It's time for us to stop defending this. And, there's so many aspects of the Pokemon games that people don't really understand, like how this franchise has gotten so big. And the simple explanation is the core conceit has remained so good. This idea of having these monsters with all these abilities and these stories behind them, the core monsters are always so well designed. I don't think many series can even compete with Pokemon in terms of like monster designs. Maybe like the big major like either monster collecting or battling franchises like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Shin Megami Tensei / Persona, Digimon. Like, there's a few that can hold a candle to Pokemon, but none of them have quite the staying power. And I think a lot of it just has to do with the monster designs and just the core conceit of the game has just remained so timeless after nearly 30 years. We are right on the cusp of the 30-year anniversary of this franchise, and man, I was just playing Pokemon Z8, and I just couldn't help but think to myself, these games need voice acting. These games, it's time. It's been long enough that we've tolerated voice actorless games. It's been long enough. Every single other franchise, like, this is the thing, people complain, oh, the graphics in Pokemon games are so awful. Okay, we're not playing these games for realistic graphics. It's okay for the graphics to be cartoony. It is perfectly fine for a Pokemon game to have cartoonish graphics or anime style graphics. This works for the concept of what the game is. But like, at the same time, it's like even cartoons and anime have voice actors, man. Like, every other major Nintendo franchise has this. Mario has this, Zelda has this, like, Splatoon has, like, fictional languages. Donkey Kong Bonanza has a ton of voice acting from Pauline. Like, I'm sorry, but these other Nintendo franchises, even if they've only added a little bit, even if it's just like little sounds that the characters make, like Zelda games have had for years, even just little things like that can add so much characterization to these games. And I don't think it's so far to just add more voice dialogue. There can be maybe not that many voice lines, but it's time. It's time. Like, we can deal with the graphics. The graphics don't need to be the greatest. The graphics can be, we can tolerate the graphics being quote-unquote subpar because the gameplay has remained so good. And with ZA, they're creating a battle system that is trying to emulate this feel of how the anime felt, where it's real time, and you as the trainer actually have to move around. Like, the innovations in terms of things like the open world that they tried in Scarlet and Violet, not the best executed on Switch 1, but much better now on Switch 2. Or now the real-time battle system, like the kind of like more open exploration that they had in Arceus. They've explored different game concepts, and in a lot of ways they've succeeded in innovating this franchise, but we just need voice acting. Like, we cannot make excuses for this anymore. It's just not acceptable at this point. This game, what's holding this game back from being like a 9 out of 10 game, or a 10 out of 10 game for a lot of people, I suspect, is the lack of voice acting. Because it just feels so weird to have this wholly realized world. And yes, I mean, we need more than just the Pokemon crying sounds. Like, we need more than that. We need human voices. We need human voice actors. I understand why Nintendo doesn't want to do it, because voice actors cost money, and then you're going to need to get voice actors for various major languages, and then you're going to need to localize them differently in each region, and yada yada. I get it. It costs money. Dude, This is the biggest IP on Earth we are talking about. Pokemon is bigger than Star Wars. It's bigger than Marvel. It's bigger than Magic the Gathering. It's bigger than Harry Potter. It's bigger than basically everything Disney owns. Most of what Disney owns put together, Pokemon is bigger than that, okay? You guys can afford voice actors. We know you can afford voice actors, and the thing about Game Freak is they have demonstrated their willingness to listen to the fans at times. And I think games like Arceus, or the open world nature of Scarlet and Violet, or the real-time battle system that we have here in ZA, I do not think these things would have happened if it weren't for the fans very loudly stating that they wanted these things to happen in Pokemon. And we have to make a concerted effort now to make our voices heard to Game Freak and the Pokemon Company and Nintendo, to tell them enough is enough. The next mainline Pokemon game needs to have voice acting, and I hope that they would look at the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 has much more power, and the next generation of Pokemon, if you've seen the PokeLeaks, you know what that next generation of Pokemon is going to be like, and it's going to be natively developed for Switch 2. I don't believe there's going to be a Switch 1 version for Gen 10 of Pokemon. And I mean, come on, man. This is the 30th anniversary of this franchise. First game developed, like, from the ground up for the new console. You have way more hardware power behind it. We know you guys have the monetary resources. Come on. The next Pokemon game needs to have voice acting. That is the next step to make this feel completely like the anime. Because the anime has voices, okay? The anime has memorable lines that we all remember. Team Rocket's blasting off again. Like, we remember these things for a reason, because voice acting just adds that layer of humanity to the story and the storytelling. Pokemon, you have the world building, you have the worlds, you have the character designs, you have the monster designs, you have the gameplay concepts. Now we're innovating in terms of the open world and the battle system. The next step is voice acting. There's no excuses left for Game Freak. That's it, man.